You still showed up? Look at that cheap suit. He makes this family look pathetic.
Sign it. After tonight, you're nothing to me.
Tonight, Olivia gets engaged to me.
This family needs a winner, not a kept husband.
3 years. Not even one explanation.
You're good at swallowing humiliation. Do it again.
Get on your knees. Pick up $1 million and I'll let you crawl out.
This one, laundering table 2, 11/17 last night. Fake charity route, false ledger A1977, debt account, still paying dividends. This one's dirtier. It moved through your personal authorization.
What the hell are you saying?
B14, Hollow Creek Holdings, Ghost Payroll. I'm giving you one last reconciliation.
Mr. Wiles, the liquidation protocol has been initiated.
Now I decide who gets to walk out of this room.
Before we start, hide the second deck in your sleeve a little better.
This is a misunderstanding. He's just playing number games.
You think a few suits make you king in my house? Not king. Liquidator.
Make him shut up!
Pull the raw ballroom and VIP feeds for the last 6 hours. No edited versions.
Yes, sir.
Seal the surveillance back exit first. Someone's about to erase the dirtiest part. Ryan, let's talk in private.
Sure.
No, he can't leave.
Afraid I'll leave or afraid I'll see more? Olivia, don't follow.
This isn't a courtroom. This is my ground.
Exactly why I picked it.
What exactly do you think you're doing?
You like gambling, right? Then let's make it big. Before we begin, hide the second deck in your sleeve a little better.
You pull this in front of me? Useless.
First hand, you lost face.
You're bluffing.
I just make people flip their own cards.
You're still an amateur.
Am I? Check your sweat. That mirror isn't there for decoration. Third carpet outside, tie color signals the cards. Third hand, you lost your system. Marked cards, mirrors, hand signs, blind spots, chip swaps. This chip entered from a public table 3 hours ago and was washed into an offshore charity fund 20 minutes later. You're not running a casino. You're running an artery for dirty money.
Enough!
Vanessa, don't do this.
A1977. Why is a man who died behind your casino 6 months ago still paying you dividends? You wanted this private? Too bad. There's no private tonight.
Did you enjoy last night's little stunt? Your public accounts are frozen. No money, no power, you're still useless.
How much more have you been hiding?
You froze what sits on the surface. Too bad. I never put my life on the surface.
A fancy little card is supposed to scare me?
The Bennett Group's largest senior creditor is the Arcturus Liquidation Fund. Final control of the fund belongs to Mr. Ryan Wells.
Impossible! The debt package
In the offshore box you thought was untouchable. Every expansion you pushed only levered me further.
Then, if he enforces collection,
The group immediately loses liquidity and control.
Don't forget, you are the Bennett family's son-in-law.
Last night you made sure I remembered I was just a dog. And today you want me to remember I'm family? Don't cancel tonight's board dinner.
What are you planning?
I want you to introduce my real identity yourself.
You played everyone for 3 years. Me too?
No. I gave you plenty of chances. You chose not to see me. Every single time.
I did that to protect my inheritance.
Then you didn't misjudge me. You just calculated too well.
What about now?
You're not here because you regret it. You're scared you backed the wrong side.
Give me men. I'll erase him tonight.
A man who makes you lose control in your own casino is not just an accountant.
I checked him. His file is almost blank.
Blank doesn't mean safe. It means his past costs more than you can afford to touch.
What if I want to talk now?
You don't want to talk about marriage. You want risk management.
A welcome gift for Ryan. Terminate the operation?
No. Let them keep preparing. Don't.
Last night was a minor family misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? You threw wine on me, forced divorce papers on me, tried to throw me out like a dog. That's what you call a misunderstanding.
This is a board dinner, not your little trial show.
Relax, it will be. First blade. Poison?
An accident! Nothing more!
Federal audit enforcement. Nobody leaves.
You're destroying the Bennett family!
I'm not the one who destroyed it.
Move it into the vault first, then wash it through the charity account.
Ryan, keep him. He makes a perfect fall guy.
Then let's open the vault.
There's no money in here. Only bodies. Back alley death, 1 million on paper. Family got 100 grand. Where did the other 900,000 go after it got cleaned?
You can't touch any of this!
Murder payments count as business secrets now? Don't start eating each other yet. Every one of your bite marks is on paper.
The Marathi side ran these operations. Bennett was dragged into it.
You were begging my father to save you last night.
Open the third drawer.
What is that?
The Godfather is waiting.
This is obviously a setup.
If he wanted me dead, he wouldn't send an invitation first.
Don't go. If Salvatore called you, it's not a negotiation. It's him deciding who deserves to stay alive.
Then I should definitely go.
Ryan Wells. You're younger than I expected.
You hide behind people more than I expected.
Vincent is fire. You're a blade. Fire burns the room. A blade cuts the rules.
Name the terms.
Give me Gloria and the Bennett family. I'll split half of Las Vegas with you.
Your son wants to swallow Bennett, you want to throw it away.
Because I know when to dump a ship that's leaking blood.
If I say yes, what happens to Olivia?
The alert leaked 20 minutes before we locked it down.
Receiver?
An internal Morelli channel.
Don't pull on it yet. Let the fish think it's still in the water.
Get Ryan on the line! Tell him not to forget who gave him his place!
You didn't give him a place, you gave him humiliation. Are you really going to hand Bennett over to the Morettos?
Hand over? Hasn't your mother been selling that family off piece by piece for years?
What about me?
So now you're asking whether you're worth keeping.
The old me would have made sure she won. Now I don't know if she deserves to.
Confirmed. The mole outranks me. They have moved to classify you as a rogue asset.
What happened?
Someone wants to liquidate me before I liquidate them. We should pull out. At least get out of Vegas.
Pulling out just gives them a cleaner way to hunt me. 3 fake lines, 3 channels, tech chain, Bennett side, Moresi outer ring. Who moves first shows their teeth.
Bring her back. I want Ryan on his knees.
Freeze everything he has, now!
Ma'am, you are no longer in a position to issue orders.
The mole isn't on my level.
I know. I want to know why they're in such a hurry to see me dead.
Ryan, you've audited so many accounts. Ever wonder if the first name entered into the ledger was yours? Your father didn't disappear. He simply became the first man you inherited with your own hands.
Who was that?
He used a retired federal route. Not retired. Someone still has the key. If I was designed into the Bennett family, then this was never my game to begin with. Don't release it yet. Let the rope stay on his neck. If the original operator goes missing, the next heir assumes the liquidation route and marriage infiltration plan.
Marriage? Infiltration?
They're preparing to move. Then let them think I'm the one unraveling first.
If Ryan really goes over to the Morettos, I'll throw Olivia out first. She's still his nominal weak point.
These are all the ways she plans to save herself.
Throw Olivia out first.
I'm not here asking for forgiveness. I just don't want to help her win anymore.
From now on, people outside will think I threw you away.
You want me as bait.
I'm giving you your first real chance to choose a side. From today on, you have no value to me.
Then don't ever come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Wells, a man who knows how to turn dirty ledgers into blades.
I hear you spent 3 years embedded in the Bennett family. 3 years for one night of reversal. Worth it?
Worth isn't measured by the reversal. It's measured by who's still seated at the end.
Miss Bennett, does this kind of work now?
When the ship starts sinking, everyone learns to find an exit.
Bennett's remaining debt for a cross-border lane. At a State House project.
You're not here to gamble money tonight. You're here to gamble who gets sold first.
Before the night ends, someone has to sink. That's how a new alliance is sealed. A pledge should hurt.
You're right. A
pledge should hurt. So it shouldn't be Olivia. It should be your son.
You're dead!
Sit.
He siphoned family liquidity, built offshore exits, and built himself a path to dump the blame on you.
Dad, he's dividing us.
Dividing you? If he hadn't done it, what exactly would I be dividing?
Ryan, you fit here better than I thought. Not many men dare put my son on the scale.
Don't shoot!
Down. Next time, I won't miss.
So now, you owe me a life?
What you blocked from me wasn't just a life. It was the moment you finally chose a side.
If I said I once really meant to be good to you, I just wanted to win too badly, would you believe me?
I believe you. But compensation isn't love. And surviving this doesn't mean I forgive you.
I want everyone to believe Ryan dragged Olivia into the fire.
Gloria is poisoning your public image.
Let her. The louder she screams now, the harder she kneels on charity night.
Ryan, is there still any chance for us?
Don't ask that now. Ask yourself if, on charity night, you can stand all the way through.
No.
The public profile is clean. This Elias is one of the anonymous guarantors behind the charity fund. Wells, I thought I was closing the net. Maybe I just walked into the opening someone left for me.
You're afraid of that name.
I'm afraid I've been walking the road he left for me the whole time.
On charity night, you don't need to win the cards.
Then what do I do?
Wait for Ryan to expose his underside.
What if he doesn't?
Then kill the lights.
One chance is enough.
Don't make my choice for me again.
Then stop lining up for anyone. Stand for yourself.
Welcome to the Global Charity Poker Night.
Didn't think a man who married his way up deserved this seat. You're right.
That's why I'm not here to fit in. I'm here to clear the table.
See? You're all talk.
Shut it down!
Only panicking now?
That's not my account! The money ran through the casino! I didn't authorize any of that!
Go on.
You're insane. If everyone goes down, you don't walk out alive either!
You're wrong. I'm not dragging you underwater. I'm turning up the faces that were already drowning.
You think this means you've won?
I haven't even started closing yet.
You wanted me dead long before this, didn't you? I only live by the rules you taught me. Now it all burns and I'm the one you throw out!
Ryan!
Federal enforcement, hands off the table.
Ryan, please! For the sake that you're still the Bennett family's son-in-law, spare me once!
When you needed a son-in-law, I was a dog. And now that you need saving, I'm the master?
You think you chose the Bennett family?
The temporary liquidation authority is now in your hands.
What does this mean?
The legalized share custody goes to you. This is not putting you back on top. So you spend the rest of your life paying for what Bennett did.
I'll sign.
Olivia, I'm your mother!
This is just the first time you have to carry what you did yourself.
Congratulations. You did it cleaner than your father ever did.
Who did you just say?
The real architect behind your marriage into Bennett was connected to your father, and the final liquidation list he left behind is only just beginning.
Tonight is about charity, not gossip. Some people create noise. People of value create order.
At the table, there are only winners and losers, no rumors. And I've always sat with the winners.
Don't behave like a child tonight.
Of course, Father.
Node 1 ready. External mirror backup complete.
State media capture interface is open.
Wait for Ryan's first round signal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's Global Charity Poker Night. Tonight we witness how honor, luck, and grinnerosity can change the world from a single table.
Ryan, awfully quiet tonight. The cards haven't opened yet. I thought you liked performing was biggest. The real performance isn't on the table.
Begin.
Switch the screen! Switch it now! Keep recording! Don't stop! Zoom the signature in the lower left!
That's a State Education Committee channel figure!
Not our authorized version. Shut down the press first! Shut down the press! You were the ones who opened the state legislature channel first! Bullshit! The transfer tone was signed by Morelli's people! Who did this?
No. Impossible.
You signed that?
I didn't know it was...
You didn't know the use? But you knew the money wasn't clean when you signed.
You think this means you've won?
I haven't even started closing the account.
What we are seeing is not a single corruption case, but a fully systematic network of interest exchange.
Throw the state charity committee people out first. Us, every return flow node was signed by your fund people. The signatures were by intermediaries, not our board.
So you were never just turning the game around.
You knew?
At a table like this, only those who survive earn the right to ask questions.
You wanted me dead long before tonight, didn't you?
Put the gun down.
Put it down. You taught me to become exactly what you needed, ruthless, dirty, obedient, and when the ship starts sinking, I'm the first one thrown overboard.
You sound like a madman.
You made me into one!
Armed subject, central east side of main hall. Crowd density too high for a distance shot.
Compress from both sides. Don't push them into firing at the crowd.
Open it now!
I did the dirty work for you, cleaned up for you, carried bodies for you.
You think holding a gun makes you the one in control?
At least tonight, I get to choose who dies first. Don't move. Vincenza, put the gun down.
You were never the heir. You were just the scapegoat.
No one leaves this table alive!
You're not just flipping the table.
I'm clearing it.
Federal agents, everybody down! Get off me! Get off me!
You'll regret opening the door this wide.
Ryan, please. For the sake of being my son-in-law, spare me. You're Olivia's husband, the Bennett family's son-in-law. You can't do this to us.
When you needed a live-in son-in-law, I was a dog. And now that you need saving, I'm the master?
You think it was you who chose the Bennett family? Some doors were not entered by your own choice.
Keep moving.
The entry was arranged long before I chose it. Then tonight was never the end. It was only the middle of someone else's game.
The federal side handles seizure and enforcement. Structural liquidation from here requires your signature. You don't look like a man who just won a casino.
The man who takes the casino is not necessarily the winner. Sometimes he's just the last man sent to clean up the bodies.
This was never about beating them. It was about cutting everything that had to be cut and settling every debt until it could exist on paper.
Read it.
This isn't a gift.
Of course it isn't. What I'm giving you isn't love. It's a lifetime of debt.
I understand. This isn't you keeping me. It's you refusing to let me run.
Starting today, the Bennett family's debt no longer belongs only to the dead and the ruins. It belongs to those still alive.
Olivia! I'm your mother! You can't abandon me!
You are my mother. But I won't carry you anymore.
For years, I explained for you, covered for you, endured for you. Not anymore.
Congratulations.
You disappear for years and that's your opening line?
You finished it more cleanly than your father did.
Don't open with him.
You think you chose your own path. In truth, some pieces had already been arranged the day you entered the Bennett family.
Who arranged it?
It was connected to your father.
What exactly are you trying to say?
The final liquidation list your father left behind has only just begun. The Bennett family, the Marathi family, the black line inside the federal system, your planted marriage. They may all have been only the first layer.
Where's the list?
You won tonight only because someone wanted you to win this round long before you did.
This was never the end. Just the first page someone opened for me.
Reconstruct every internal directive chain from last night. Especially leave the leak points and delayed response nodes. Miss none of them.
I finally see it. No one gave him this path. He carved it out himself, step by step.
So this is where it really begins.